Hey, what's up? It's Fourth Beer, Fourth Down podcast. I'm your host. I'm Kane, and I'm here with
Cole. I am a Bears fan. I'm a friend of
we're
both Kane and Ethan's. I'm excited to be on this podcast finally.
yeah. It's about damn time. We wanted to do it the first time. The Bears pulled that magic, but it
Yeah.
happened again. So
Yeah,
what
no,
a
I
better
mean,
time.
definitely
So
did.
yeah,
Definitely did.
let's get into that. Any thoughts on that game? Any plays that stood out to you?
Um, well, I'm gonna start off with being down 21-3 at halftime is quite the quite the energy drainer, you know? Like you kind of get sucked out of the game for it.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as like that second half starts, we start clicking, right? We start clicking. I
Oh yeah.
knew when I saw the score at 21-3, I'm like, this game ain't over. We got the fourth quarter still. We the cardiac bears.
Mm-hmm.
We've been doing this all season. We've been doing it. We did it to the Packers already. We did it to how many teams this year
Yeah.
already? And I mean, I can't believe we pulled it off. I'm excited that we pulled it off. I'm excited for the Rams Sunday. And yeah, I'm pretty
Absolutely.
stoked for this season.
Yeah, we got seven fourth quarter comebacks, I believe, the most for a quarterback ever, maybe in one season. I don't remember the exact stat, but yeah, we've been doing it,
Mm,
doing
yeah.
it all year. But I was still pretty stressed, mainly because the defense, the defense
Man,
was just getting torched. Jordan Love looked good. It was ugly,
yeah.
but they stiffened up.
Man,
They really stiffened up, and I gotta say, I wonder if there was adjustments made by Dennis Allen there or what, because
well,
I know Andrew Billings got hurt, so
I heard that what kind of happened with Dennis Allen, like we started blitzing more and the offensive line, Packers offensive line couldn't pick it up. And that's
mhm.
just how like they couldn't like do what they were doing and we just stopped their momentum. And I don't want to say that's what we need to keep doing because me personally, the coverage has been not there, not there, and we can't
No,
rely on takeaways every game. But for me, I think that
yeah,
blitzing is was the right move there to get the Packers off centered and shit. Oh, my bad. Um, uh,
absolutely, you're good.
um, but other than that, I mean, like, offense, of course, picks up in the second half, like always. Caleb Williams becomes prime Tom Brady in the fourth quarter.
Oh yeah,
That's what we need, you know?
oh
I
yeah,
mean, yeah,
as per usual.
yeah.
And I think play of the game probably goes to that 4th and 8 pass to Roma Dunze,
Oh,
rolling out to
yeah,
the left,
yeah.
just falling down, throws it in between coverage and just threads the needle. That's got to be probably throw of the year.
It
That was
might be
insane.
that might be better than his DJ Moore throw in week 16 or week 16 or 14, whatever that game that was. But generally,
Yeah,
one of
I
the
would I would say so. It wasn't exactly to win the game, but it if they don't make that throw, I don't know if they win that game.
certainly not,
Really
certainly
came down
not.
to that play because then it's a turnover on downs. And do want to say thank you to Matt LaFleur for not going away from the run and just getting stuffed over and over and over again. I couldn't believe it when they kept trying to milk the clock as if the Bears weren't just making them go 3 and out almost every drive and then scoring almost well scoring every drive, and then we get a little help from McManus on the side.
Mhm.
missing kicks left and right.
McManus. I I wanna actually like put a
Yeah,
point on that LaFleur. I think that like halftime he did like the halftime interview like they always do before they go in the locker room. I'm pretty
yeah,
sure like LaFleur was even like, "Oh, we know that these guys come back. We just got to play our game." And yet it happened
yeah,
again where we just came back and they did nothing. They couldn't do anything about it. Um some of the
yeah.
I'm not going to completely diss on the Packers. This is a Packers Bears podcast. So I'll give some credits to the Packers here. Um Jordan Love played outstanding. Outstanding.
Looked good.
Uh,
4 touchdowns. I don't think he did anything wrong, really.
no, absolutely not. I think sadly, I think they got the guy again. Sadly, um, I'm not gonna say
Yeah,
Lafleur is a long-term coach answer, but he's definitely not as bad as some people come put him out to. His play calling is a little sus sometimes, but other than that, I think he's actually a fairly
definitely.
decent coach. Um,
Yeah,
Romeo Dobbs had a game with the Packers. I think he had like what 6 catches for 120 some yards. Maybe I don't know. I don't remember.
yeah. I'm not sure, but I did. I saw him left and right catching stuff
Yeah,
with his big head.
bro got a dome.
But he got the Vader helmet on. Yeah, yeah. I think Lafleur gets dogged a lot, especially right now. I think you can't really move off of him because you see the Ravens, no Harbaugh anymore. They're going to be looking. No Tomlin for the Steelers. That
I was gonna
just
just say Tomlin.
happened today. No Mike Tomlin. Yeah, he stepped down, and props to him for doing that. I thought it was about time.
Yeah,
Really, that's what
no,
7 years in a row or something where first round exit.
yeah. I don't know the
It's
stat
just
on
not
that,
ideal.
but I think it was what 19 years with the Steelers.
19 years. I don't even know how many Super Bowls, but
I
got a
think
few.
just I think two, two, because I think it was the Cardinals and against the Packers that he went to, right?
Two.
Because he won against the Cardinals, and I think he
Yeah.
and lost against the Packers.
Yeah, he lost against the Pack.
Yeah,
That's true. Two with Berger.
two with Bergs.
But yeah, Big Daddy Berger speaking of Brandon McManus. Anywho, um, um, outside of that, I don't know if there's much else to say about the Bears Packers matchup. Kind of speaks for itself. Kind of sad to not see the run game really get going, but the Packers somehow have an answer for the Bears run game this year,
Yeah.
even though we do have two good running backs, but
Mhm.
we didn't stray away. We kept we kept running right up the middle, every here and there, just to keep them honest.
Right.
But yeah, it's on to the Rams next week, and honestly, that's probably the last team I wanted to go against in the playoffs in the NFC. But
Well, I can
it is what it
agree.
is.
I can agree on a point that they are scary, but I don't know. I don't know what it is about this Bears team this year. I'm confident in every game. It's like when we were down
Yeah,
21-3 against the Packers, I was even like, I don't know. I feel like we got it. Um, I'm scared, of
yeah,
course, of
they always do.
I'm scared of Devontae Adams and Puka against Nashawn Wright and a kind of injured Jalen Johnson. I mean, it's gonna be scary,
Yeah.
but
Oh yeah.
all I'm gonna say is if the Rams got the lead in the fourth quarter, it's over. We won the game. Bears won. Bears by 50.
Yeah, just gotta hope the Rams are up Rams by Bears by 50, and they're down 20 going into the fourth. I hope they're down going into the fourth. Otherwise, they're gonna lose. But
I know.
I will
Yeah.
say, LA going into Chicago right now. Warm weather team going into Chicago. It's gonna be cold.
Mm-hmm.
Plays to our
Mm-hmm.
favor a little bit. I like
Yep.
that. And also, I like that the Rams almost blew it against the Panthers last week.
That's
What's
right.
up with that?
I, I think the Panthers are one of those underrated teams where it's funny to say that like last year they were saying that we were the it's the Bears and the Panthers deal where they got Bryce Young, we got Caleb Williams pretty much, and like people were doubting it and saying that like oh both
Hmm.
teams lost there. I'm starting to think that both teams won again.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah, I would say the Bears edge them out a little bit, but the
for sure,
Panthers, I mean, Bryce Young when he's on.
for sure. I mean Bryce Young. I mean, well, I think they were 8 and 9, but they won the division. That's all it takes to get in the playoffs is you win a division, you go in the playoffs, and they might need a
Yeah.
couple more. I mean, I don't know Carolina's whole personnel. Like, I don't know how their receivers line up, their everything line up, but I'm sure they're just a couple weapons, maybe a couple defensive players away to being a team like the Bears this year, where it's just like, oh my God, a random 11-6 season, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I could really see it. They have a good run game with Rico Dowdle kind of turning it on and Chuba Hubbard, you know. They have a
Mm,
decent running game and Ted
Chuba.
McMillan's looked pretty good, but yeah, maybe add some weapons. I know their line's decent. Um, I know their defensive back Michael Jackson had a pick last week. Shout out Michael Jackson back there.
That's a bad man
Um,
back there.
yeah, MJ picked him off. But yeah, we could jump into maybe our picks for next week. I'll pull up the schedule just to get a reminder. And I think one of our picks is going to be pretty obvious, but
Yeah.
still gotta still gotta talk about it. You
Right.
never know. But we got Seahawks, Niners. Kind of crazy. That's a close
That's
one.
yeah.
I
That's in
gotta go
Seattle too.
Seahawks, but I don't trust Darnold. That's the only hang up. But the Niners they're beat up going into Seattle, one of the hardest places to play.
Yeah.
Kind of gotta go Seattle here.
Man, that's tough. As bad as I would like to see Seattle win, I think the Niners are just like the Sam Darnold situation where it's just can we trust him? Like is he like a regular season merchant? Is he uh is he like
Right.
really that good? Not to be a negative Nancy here against Sam Darnold. It's just we seen it last year with the Vikings. Got absolutely obliterated
Yeah.
by the Rams. Well, not obliterated, but you know,
Yeah. And
it was.
I bet he's glad he got the Niners matchup instead of that Rams matchup because I thought that's how it was gonna go.
No, yeah, for sure. I mean, but I got
But
the 49ers. I mean I know they lost George Kittle just last game, but to look how many points they scored against the
yep.
Bears, 42 points without George Kittle. Yes, it's the Bears defense, and this is Seattle's
Yeah.
defense. It's totally opposite sides of the spectrum. Um,
A little
but
different. Yeah.
I still think I got the 49ers. I don't know. It's just something about the 49ers seem to be a little better than Seattle.
Yeah, I definitely could see the Niners taking this one, especially with how C-Mac's been playing. I mean, we saw him catch that touchdown last week from Jawan Jennings, who now has the same amount of passing touchdowns in the playoffs as Justin Herbert. who we can touch on later. But yeah, I could see the Niners keeping it rolling here. It's in Seattle, which is a big deterrent for me, but I could see Sam Darnold just completely collapsing like he's known to do at times. You just can't trust him, but if they make it easy on him and that defense gets some stops, I think if Seattle can play their game, they can win, but if that faults at all, I think it could go the other way too. It's a really a tough one.
Right.
But next we got Patriots Texans in New England.
I think this is pretty easy for me, and I'm going another away team here. I think they're away, right? Texans. I'm going Texans.
Yep,
I just think
like it.
that defense is. I think they finished. I don't know what they finished, but I'm as what it looked like against the uh, Steelers. Yeah, Steelers. There, it just they are unstoppable force. That's a incredible defense back there. C.J. Stroud.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great quarterback. I don't really know how the offense plays. I don't really watch a lot of the Texans games or watch a lot of the film, but that defense is great. I mean, it's a team that's gonna probably, I don't want to say destroy the Patriots. I think the Patriots have a good defense and offense, but I think Texans just defense is just a little better than offense on the Patriots, and I think that's just what's gonna edge it out.
And I hate to agree, but yeah, I kind of agree. I watched that Patriots game against the Chargers, and I'm gonna chalk it up to the Chargers line being trash, but at the end there, every time the Chargers had a chance to kind of make it interesting, Herbert was getting smacked off
Hmm.
rip. They would just blitz, sack half of a second, and Herbert got smoked once where he just got hit right in the chest, and I thought he was done, out for the game. He runs back
Yeah,
out there, gets smoked again, and
yeah,
that
yeah.
was the game for him. But I think the Texans offense is maybe a little bit better. Maybe their line's a little bit better. I know Stroud kind of struggled against the Steelers, but they still had 30. Their defense, I think, is good enough to give Drake May some problems. I think Drake May might have been a little schedule merchant this year, so we'll see. We'll see how
Yeah,
he
no,
how
for
he
sure,
handles a elite defense,
for sure.
because this is probably the best defense in the league.
Yeah, no, Drake May. I'm not gonna say he's like overrated. I mean, I think he played great this year. He took his opportunities against not
Yeah,
not a hard schedule, but maybe not even an easy schedule. I mean, you got to win the games that you're scheduled, like, and that's what they did. And I just the Drake May
hmm
stigma that he's like the greatest quarterback of all time already, and it's just not saying that people say that. I'm just saying like there's just a lot of Drake May is like already top five, and I couldn't disagree more on that.
right.
Not to say he's a horrible quarterback because he's not athletic. He's basically Josh Allen. Um,
Yeah,
but I just think the Texans are just gonna edge out, and they're just not gonna let up on a Drake May, and they're not gonna let up on offense either, probably.
yeah, yeah. I agree. I think the Drake May hype is kind of getting out of hand a little bit. I think Stafford should be MVP, but yeah, what Drake May has done this year was incredible. But seeing that draft with Caleb, going the same year, it
Right.
it kind of it kind of irks me a little bit because I truly think Caleb is the better quarterback at the end of the day. I just think Caleb maybe cares about stats a little bit less. I don't think Caleb really gives a fuck what his completion percentage is. So
No.
I think the way that they play, if you watch the tape, Caleb looks like that dude like a top three quarterback, like truly, at least in the
Right.
fourth quarter for sure.
Right. No, I couldn't agree
When it
more.
comes down to it, but yeah, gotta go Texans here. And then we got this might be the no, it's not really hard for me to call, but we got Broncos Bills. I'm going Bills all the way. I think that they upset the Broncos in Denver. But yeah, what are your
Um,
thoughts?
what? Hmm, I. It's a hard one to tell because, man, I think Josh Allen is going to be the best player on that field when he's on the field, hurt or not. I know he was dealing
Mm-hmm.
with a bunch of injuries uh, already, and I think he got hurt twice against the Jags. I don't know. I don't really know the full story on that,
Yeah.
but I think he's like already like he might be the best player in the playoffs currently for me personally. I
Yeah. He really might be.
um I think he can definitely lead the Bills. This might be their year on the AFC side. This might be my pick for the AFC side is the Bills. I wouldn't put it against the
Yeah.
Broncos to put up a great fight though, but I will say that I think I got the Bills winning this.
Right.
Maybe by just a hair. Like maybe a field goal, maybe 2 points, but like I I think and not I'm not gonna say Broncos are frauds because I think they had a great year. Bo Nix had a great year.
Mm-hmm.
Defense
Yeah.
had a great year. I think they were all that's a good team right there. That's why they're number one seed. But I think the Bills are just a little more experienced under
Yeah.
this whole playoff run. I think Josh Allen doesn't have. I've seen the whole Josh Allen doesn't have Lamar, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, and or Lamar out there. There's nothing to stop him now, and I don't want to agree, but I do
Right.
agree where it's his run now. I think on the FC side, it's Josh Allen's run.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of pressure on him this playoffs to make it happen because we saw, Lamar didn't make it. We saw Mahomes, of course, had probably the worst possible season he could have had.
Right.
Um, but yeah, I think the Bills come in here and they take care of business in Denver. It's just there are some hangups where I remember that Denver Green Bay game where Denver really did look like they were firing on all cylinders and really looked like a team that could beat any team depending on
Hmm.
the night. So could really see it going either way. I just think Josh Allen wants it more than anyone in these playoffs. At least I would hope, because I don't know if he's going to have another shot like this where most teams aren't experienced like they have been
Hmm.
in the past.
I want to put a little point on the Broncos season again. That game against the Giants, I think they were down 33-0, and I think they won that game.
It was
That's what
bad.
makes me. I think that's what makes me
Yeah.
believe that they are not frauds because I think they have a chance. But I'm still going for Bills as my AFC run. I think they're my AFC champs this year. Um,
Yeah.
but I think it's just gonna be. I think that might be the best game this weekend is the Bills Broncos. Besides one game, there's one other game I can say that's gonna be better. But
Yeah. Oh, of course. Of course. And we'll get to that
yeah,
in just a moment. Yeah, next we got last matchup. It's going to be Bears Rams in Chicago. I looked at tickets already.
I
Not going
looked
to be
at
able to afford
tickets.
that one.
Won't be able
But
to afford it.
yeah, it was rough and I get it. It's our biggest game since I was 10 years old when we went to the NFC Championship and Jay Cutler blew his knee out. But yeah, Bears got to win this. I don't see them losing this game, and I I don't see the Bears losing again this year. So yeah, I'm gonna go
Uh,
Bears here. I think they can beat anyone.
no, I mean unbiasedly, well, biasedly, it needs to be the Bears. I want it to be the Bears, and but I think the Rams are a great team. They have these weapons. Matthew Stafford is playing his best ball ever. Maybe this might be
Yeah.
better with he might honestly Puka might be his best weapon. I know. I mean, Kelvin Johnson, of course. I'm not gonna Megatron is one of the greatest receivers of all time.
Right.
But Puka and him are just something. You can't cover Puka. You can't stop Puka. But
Yeah.
I think in conditions where it's an outdoors cold weather, Rams are indoors hot weather team. Not to say Matthew Stafford isn't used to
Hmm.
it. He played there for how many years and beat
Right.
beat the Bears and beat how many teams outside. But
Right.
it needs to be the Bears for me. I know a lot of people are going to disagree on that. Um, I know a lot of people are gonna they're gonna there's gonna be a lot of hate watching against the Bears. But
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I
Yep.
uh, I can't wait to see the Iceman back at it. He's gonna do his thing. I one thing
Oh
I'm
yeah.
gonna say one thing I'm gonna say is that we kind of need him to be good for all four quarters. And not to say no, I'm not saying that he's
Hmm.
bad. He's a bust because there's some people out there that say he's still a bust, and I can't believe that. Um, but
Yeah.
like the first quarter, we always go off in a slow start. Second quarter is just slow again, and then it's when the third quarter hits and we start like
Hmm.
clicking. We start getting these plays downfield. Colston Loveland, Luther Bird, and I mean Rome Odunze just came back and he didn't really. I think he had like three or two catches. I don't remember the stat line already. But DJ Moore. I
Yeah.
mean, we if we could like we scored 25 points in the fourth quarter against the Packers. How about let's score 25 in the first, 25 in the second, 25 in the third, 25 in the fourth.
Hmm.
Let's score 100 points. Like let's do
Yeah.
it. Um,
Yeah. Let's do it.
but no, I mean, it needs to be the Bears. I hope it's the Bears. I think other than that, I can't really put an input in how well the Rams are. I don't really watch a lot of ball on them. I just know that they offensively
Hmm.
were really good with the Matthew Stafford. I think what was his TD to interception ratio, like 45-5 or something like that. Something crazy.
It was nuts. Yeah, it was nuts. He statistically had his best year ever, which is
Yeah.
crazy at 38 years old, 37.
Yeah, no,
It's
I
just
mean,
nuts, and he's got, in my opinion, maybe the best receiver in the league, and then Devontae Adams is number two. So that offense
right,
is something else for sure.
right.
I really hope our defense can just get lucky. Really banking on them just getting lucky like we did at
Man,
parts of the season where we were leading the league in turnovers, but I don't know. Seeing Nashawn Wright just get cooked out there, it hurts.
I, I know.
It hurts, man.
Uh, I mean, this year, Nashawn Wright has been he's gonna get paid. He's gonna get paid because of these turnovers. Um, do I want him back on the Bears?
Yeah.
I mean, I just
Yeah. I don't know.
he's he kind of reminds me of that Trevon Diggs year. I don't want to say Wright is a turnover
Hmm.
merchant, but
Exactly.
he, you know, he either gets burnt or he gets the ball. I mean, that's pretty much who he is.
Yep.
Um, Jalen Johnson hasn't played a full season this year. He hasn't really been 100%, I don't think, all year. He kind of lets it up on the
Yeah.
field. Kyler Gordon hasn't played all year, and it shows sometimes. Tyreek Stevenson, he's almost a liability sometimes, but
Oh
he can
yeah.
play great. Also, um,
Yep.
Kevin Byard, he's probably our best secondary player, I think. Um,
Definitely.
sometimes he lets up plays though, and it's kind of frustrating to watch, especially since he's like
For sure.
all pro defensive player and stuff. And Jaquan Brisker, he's just
Right.
I don't even I don't really know. He's just like he's just there.
I, I love the attitude from Jaquan Brisker. His
No, yeah,
social
I
media
mean,
might be my favorite. I love the attitude and I love
yeah,
the hits, but he's
yeah.
hurt often.
No,
Puts his body out there.
and I know he's on a contract this year, and like this is pretty
But,
much this year, and I think
mm,
next year we either re-sign him or let him go. I would like to see him come back, but
right.
he's a fun player. He is a fun player, but we gotta improve that offense or that
For sure. And
defensive line.
I think it really starts with the defensive line. Grady
Yeah.
Jarrett has been old. Andrew Billings is, I'm sorry, I hate to do this to the guy, but he is too big. He's too big and not in a good way.
Oh,
That dude, I don't know how he's not gassed.
oh, but that man
That is
though,
a
he
belly.
Andrew Billings is my boy though. He's like, he's that you see him on the field, you see him on the field and you're like, "Oh yeah. They ain't running the ball."
Oh yeah, that's a bear.
That's
That
a
is a
bear.
bear.
That's a
Just the
bear.
belly on that guy.
Put him at
I agree.
fullback,
Reminds me
god
of
damn
like
it.
Akeem Hicks back in the day, but not as good.
Right,
Oh
right.
yeah, the fridge. He's
Um
the yeah, but yeah, that
um
D line. Gervin Dexter has been good at points, but fuck that fumble,
oh my god, the
letting
fumble.
that go, that hurt. We still won,
Oh,
but Gervin Dexter just letting that pop out. I
mm,
don't know how, but
mm-mm.
he's been solid, decent bit of
Um
the year,
I obviously Montez
but
Sweat has been our
also Austin Booker.
yeah, Austin Booker. I actually was gonna just say Austin Booker has been my under the radar favorite player. He's been I don't he's been like a Packer
Mm-hmm.
killer this year. I mean, all games he he was
Mm-hmm.
blowing up the line. He was okay. I don't want to say that he was aiming for Jordan Bountygate. I don't want to say he was Bountygating, but he was getting after love.
Right.
He was getting after love, and
Yeah.
I love to see that. But Montez Sweat has probably been the best D lineman this year, and gosh,
Yeah.
ever since we traded for him, it doesn't seem like he's who we traded for. Because when we traded for him, he led the
Right.
Commanders in sacks, and then he led us in sacks that same year. First ever player to do that.
Yeah.
And now it just kind of seems he doesn't really get to the passer. He impacts the field though. He does, but
Right.
but yeah,
Yeah. You hope for a little more out of Sweat. I mean, he had the best play I've seen him make all year against the Packers, where he ran up behind Jordan Love and caught the ball at the end there on that final drive, and that was huge. But you'd like him to consistently get to the passer more. But yeah, I think back on Austin Booker, that hit on Jordan Love, I still don't see it as a dirty hit, like
oh
at
my
all. I do
god.
not think he was trying to take him out. I think that's on Love for lowering his head like that.
I want to go back to that game too, where Keyshawn Nixon ran, and this play was before that Austin Booker hit. Keyshawn Nixon hits DJ Moore in the back
Mm-hmm.
unwarranted. And
Terrible.
some fans, I'm not gonna say who, but want to say that that wasn't dirty, and and they want
Right.
to just be blind to it. But like, I just don't think, yeah, the Austin Booker was a foul play. It sucks what happened, sure. I mean,
Yeah.
you can never wish an injury on a player. Like, you can never do that. That's No fan should ever wish injuries for the best player on the other team. But
Right.
to say that was dirty, no.
Yeah, we saw even J.J. Watt chimed in. Was like, do you guys watch football? Like the hit on Purdy where they said, "Oh, he almost did it again." That hit on Purdy was very clean.
Yeah,
And Purdy just didn't see him coming until last second.
right,
But like rushing the quarterback, you can't have that, like that one season where everything was roughing the passer and Clay Matthews got hit with it every
right,
week. We
right.
can't have
Like,
that either.
right,
But if you're gonna get hit, you probably shouldn't dip your head like that.
right.
But it happens.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think we got another good game coming up. I think Ben Johnson should be coach of the year, although the odds say Vrabel. I think Ben Johnson's been more impressive, especially for what he's done to the culture.
When are the awards? Are they the week before Super Bowl?
I think that's when they announce them. I think the voting ends at the end of the regular season, if I remember correctly. So the voting's already
Oh,
done.
oh. Okay. I was gonna say. I
Yeah,
thought.
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure.
Um. I think Vrabel probably wins it just purely off of record. Um. I think Ben
Yeah,
Johnson should get it. I think Liam Cohen is almost more deserving of Vrabel. I think what he did in Jacksonville is
I
amazing.
agree.
Um,
Yeah,
but I think Ben Johnson, who changed literally the organization around. I saw a clip
yeah,
when we hired Eberflus, and Eberflus did a press conference, and he goes up to the board, and Eberflus goes, no applause, and then you show a clip of Ben Johnson getting hired, and they got the whole staff just
yeah.
lined up to meet this dude. Like, you can just tell that
Oh
there's
yeah.
just a culture
Yup.
change in Chicago, and you gotta love to see it. And
Oh yeah.
I win or lose Sunday. This was probably one of the best seasons to watch in a long time.
Yeah, and it just feels so much different than that 2018 year where you were just waiting. When's Trubisky gonna fuck it up? You were just waiting for it. And I know we missed the kick, and that's what it came down to. But if Caleb's our quarterback there, it doesn't come down to a kick. We're winning
No,
that thing. And
no,
I think that's the big difference is we have the quarterback finally. We have the offense finally. We finally got the coach right, and that was the one thing when Poles stepped in where I was like, what are you doing? When he hired Matt Eberflus, I was like, another defensive coach. We got to build an offense. Why are you getting Matt Eberflus in there? And Matt Eberflus was just a was just a
if
train wreck, and I'm glad Ryan Poles didn't have too much pride and canned him.
if you outside of everything, I talk about it all the time around people, and I'm like, if I ever see Eberflus in public, it's on site. I hate the man with a core.
Yeah.
I I man, he put me
Oh yeah.
he put all of us through hell. Hell.
Yeah. He tried to
I
ruin
think
us. He
I
tried
think
to
there
ruin
was
our franchise quarterback.
when last year when we were 4-2 with Caleb Williams on his rookie year. We all thought, "Oh my gosh,
Hmm.
this is it. We did it. We were finally back." And then we went on that
Hmm.
10-game losing streak. Oh, that
Yeah.
was
Terrible.
oh my god. I'm just glad that Ben Johnson is our coach.
Bad
I'm
days.
glad that he wants to be a part of this. He wants to change Chicago. He wants the rivalry back. I mean, we've seen
Hmm.
it. We've seen the clips of what he says about the Packers, and I love it. I
Yeah, you
think
gotta.
I think this
It's
is
the
definitely
best.
the. You can kind of feel the tides changing now. Like that's what it feels like.
Yeah, it's about time, and I think I saw something today where the last time the Bears beat the Packers in the playoffs was right after Pearl Harbor or something. So
It was
it's been a long time coming. This
it
is
was
a
the
once,
week after, day after. I forgot what it was, but
yeah, Pearl Harbor. So it's I don't see how you don't give that man Coach of the Year because he's made all of us fall in love with football again. Really, I can't say I've had this much fun watching the Bears, and I'm looking back just a couple years ago when we were Justin Fields' team, and I didn't even watch the full season. I barely watched half of the season, and this year
man,
I didn't miss a game. I every game I had to watch everyone because of Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams and that offense. It's been crazy.
I I can't agree more. A lot of people who still wanted that Justin Fields, who still wants him as a quarterback, is just I can't believe that they
Yeah,
wanted him still. I He was a glorified running
yeah,
back. He couldn't throw the ball
yeah.
for over
Great running back.
200 yards. He could not throw the ball. I I
No,
actually I will say he had a beautiful deep ball. He knew he was able to throw it deep, but that was it. That was the
yeah,
one throw.
that's true.
That was the one throw that went over 50 yards. I mean,
Yeah,
like we were watching
and he
watching.
just couldn't.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just gonna say he couldn't. He just couldn't read a defense, and that was what was most frustrating. You can see in replays, Caleb just kind of looked to his first read, and the first read's not open, and he goes to another read. Justin Fields was locked in on one one receiver every time, and you can look at the numbers and see DJ Moore, see his numbers. They're
Yeah.
great because he only looked at him. That's all he could do.
I
It
won't
was DJ
forget though.
Moore. Okay, he's not open. Run.
I won't forget that game on Thursday night against or it was Monday night, I don't remember, against the Washington Commanders.
Hmm.
That like 10
Oh yeah.
catch 200-yard game from DJ Moore, that was probably the best game I've ever seen under Justin Fields. But other than that, I can't tell you another game.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I remember that very well because I had both of those two in fantasy, and that was, I think, the highest number I saw between a duo quarterback and receiver because it was just all game, just DJ Moore, Justin Fields, and the Commanders were that get right team where we
Yeah.
just we just dice them up. It's the same thing with Trubisky with his 6 touchdowns against the Buccaneers.
Hmm.
If you remember that game.
Oh, I mean, you hate to go back to that game because you kind of think, damn, we all thought Trubisky was the guy at that point, you know? But
Yeah.
all right, let me get you a
Yeah, and
question here. Um,
yeah.
if it had to be Trubisky or Fields, who would it be? Like, who would you want?
Trubisky or Fields. Long term, if I'm going to be honest, if I want a winning football team, I'm going to go Trubisky. If I want to have fun watching the game, I'm going to go Justin Fields. But I think
That's fair.
Trubisky
That's fair.
passing the ball, if he has decent receivers, I think he can do all right. And in that Jets game where he played this year, way end of the year, he didn't throw a pick.
No,
I
I
think,
mean
yeah, they won that game, I'm pretty sure, against the Jets.
they did. They did. But man, Bears Mitchell Trubisky couldn't hit the broadside of a barn.
No, no,
Bro was
not their guy. I
airmailing.
can't believe they traded that for him. Yeah, I, I can't. Even when it happened, I couldn't believe it. I was like, they trading up for Watson?
Right,
No,
right.
no, they want Trubisky. The fuck? And that was when we didn't know Mahomes was who he was, but
Well, who did? Who?
could
Okay,
have had
well,
Mahomes and we would have ruined him.
Kansas City did. Kansas City knew.
Yep, they were the only team that really knew he was worth that because yeah, he was the third quarterback to go, but I think most of us thought Watson was the best QB in that draft, and then Trubisky was that dude that was kind of like I wasn't too excited about it even then,
It's
and yeah, what a bust.
it's crazy how that draft class was a guy who stars in progressive backup commercials now, and uh, a glorified, you know, uh, I don't know how to word this correctly. He likes his massages. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
Mahomes
Bill
is definitely
Cosby here.
Bill Cosby. Mahomes is definitely the best quarterback in that class by a country mile.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Yeah, and honestly, at this point, Trubisky turned out to be better than Watson.
no, for sure, for
For being
sure,
real,
for sure.
long
Yeah.
term, because Watson's not even good anymore on the football field.
Mm-mm. I don't think he'll ever see a football field
So now
again.
the Browns are
Honestly,
stuck with a. Yeah, I wouldn't think, and honestly, you gotta love how much the Browns are being punished for that trade. Give
oh
up
yeah,
all that, make him the highest paid player ever, and just he sucks. He sucks, and I can't I can't think he's too well liked in the locker room.
right.
Just
Well,
insane.
I
But
yeah.
but yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see where all the coaches end up. I thought the John Harbaugh firing was shocking. Because if they win that game, I don't know if he really gets fired. But it's really shocking. Same thing with the Eagles. I thought their coach would be maybe next to go, but they fired their coordinator today, their offensive coordinator,
Yeah,
and I don't know.
I'm actually surprised Aaron Glenn stayed as Jets head coach. I know he's a rookie coach, but how many rookie
Crazy.
coaches have we seen get fired or you know they just can't they literally
Right.
couldn't. Urban Meyer comes to mind when I think of a rookie coach that just was not good. Like
A
I
dumpster fire. Yeah, maybe one of the worst rookie coaches.
um I think it's pretty much I think Eric Glenn is next year. I think if it's another same story where he leads the team to 0 interceptions in a year, I think he is not going to be a coach again. I I think he'll just go back to a
Yeah,
coordinator or something.
that's an all-time awful season to not get a single pick. That's got to be harder than even getting a pick. And he's a defensive
Generally,
coach, so what is he what is he doing for that offense?
not only
And
was he
I
is
think
he
the
a defensive
funniest stat,
coach.
even more than the picks. Oh, what's
Not
that?
only is he a defensive coach, he's a cornerback. He was a cornerback. Like
Right.
that it's what he was. You know.
Yeah, that's what he did was get picks. That was
Yeah.
his job. Yeah, and it astonishes me that their leading receiver was Garrett Wilson, which makes sense on paper, but you got to look at how many games he actually played because he was hurt most of the year. He had 300 yards.
Yeah.
That was their leading receiver.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
300 yards.
that's awesome. Actually, that's
Just
almost better than the interception stat. Honestly, almost.
really, it's that team just all around bad on every end, and it makes you really think they probably should have made a bigger push for that first pick because now the Raiders leapfrogged them,
Yeah.
and they're going to benefit. Get a quarterback that they hopefully don't ruin, looking like Mendoza.
You know,
But
actually, also about the Raiders, I'm surprised that Pete Carroll got fired right away. I don't know if it's just because they're like, oh, we
yeah,
thought we'd be like a playoff team year one with him, or what. But I can't believe like he was just a one
right.
and done with how
Was kind of shocking.
So I
It even looks crazier when you think about like how many coaches they're paying right now, because they're
hmm
still paying John Gruden, they're still paying Antonio Pierce, they're still paying God knows who else. I can't remember all their
Jack
names,
Del
but I
Rio
know John Gruden got signed for Jack Del Rio. Vic Fangio, maybe? Was
maybe.
he their head coach for a
No,
little bit?
he was
Or am I
Denver's.
tripping? Yep, he was Denver's head coach. But
Mhm.
yeah, I think they're paying 5 or 6 head coaches right now, and they have none. They have no coach.
Hmm.
So good luck to the Raiders.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think that just about covers it.
Yep.
A little longer of an episode here, but had a
No,
lot to talk about.
yeah. I mean, we've had a couple weeks to talk about. Take a little break there, you guys did, and I'm glad that I finally got on an episode. Sad that the other host couldn't make it,
Yeah,
but I
yeah,
definitely was a pleasure to be on this finally.
yeah. It was a pleasure to have you. Yeah, we're hoping Ethan can be back next week. I'd mark him as probable for next week, but maybe if the Bears get a W here, or when the Bears get a W, maybe we can get Cole back on, do another Bears special up to the Super Bowl. We'll see.
Yeah, no, we'll
But
see. I'll
yeah,
see. Maybe Super Bowl stream will be or stream. Sorry, Super Bowl podcast would be quite awesome to do. I think. I will say that I
oh
will
my
be
God,
hosting
yeah.
a very awesome Super Bowl party if we decide to go to the Super Bowl.
Okay. Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet. I'm hoping we can do it. Do it for the
Yeah.
city.
All
But
right.
yeah, I'll leave you guys with that. This has been Fourth Beer, Fourth Down. I'm your co-host Kane, and I'm here with.
Cole, I again, this was awesome. Thank
Mm,
you, Kane, for letting me join on this and bear down.
of course. Yeah, bear down. Peace.
Peace.